Hey guys. Okay, so I've tried to take this balancing act down piece by piece. We've talked about the entire body bending. We've talked about the hindquarters. We've talked about the shoulders. We've talked about the stop and the backup. Now we're going to put it all into one motion. And this is, I saw this from one of my mentors. He calls it the four corners, but it's really just a balancing exercise. And the big takeaway from this when I started doing this is, wow, I kind of have the circle, but it's okay. So 50-50. I really got the hindquarters, so that was like at a 90. And then I didn't have the shoulders at first. And I'm like, well, that stinks. And then because I didn't have the shoulders, my backing circles was terrible. But the more that I worked on backing the circles and doing everything else, it built up and kind of made up for like all the pieces that I didn't have. And so now I feel really confident in showing you guys what I have. So this is called four corners, or just your balancing exercise. And the whole idea from this is we take all those parts and we put it into one long dance, and we see how balanced this horse is doing all these things together in a string. And I'll try and announce what part I'm going to do at each point in time. So it starts off the same every way. Okay, lead it, lift it, swing it. So I am doing the circling. We're going to get a nice circle at a trot. And I'm going to so I change my foot position from the shoulder to the hip. And now I'm going to get her to disengage, and she's doing a good job. And then I'm going to lead the shoulders across. And I am now just going to push the shoulders around. And then I'm going to say, whoa, and I am going to ask for her to back that circle. And the big thing, so we're a little bit on a hill here, so she's like, I don't know about this, but you know, being able to back on a hill is really good for them. So when we get around here, she always wants to kind of tuck her butt in and kind of cut that circle. So I'm gonna be like, no, we're gonna push the shoulders out. Push the shoulder out. Push the shoulder out. There we go. And I may even. And that's what the four corners looks like. So now we're gonna do it from the other direction. All right. She's a little bit more spicy this way. She's like, I know what we're doing. She's a little resistant in her head and neck, so I'm gonna, and all I'm doing is, I'm just asking. I'm just bumping her nose. Okay, so now when I say I go from the shoulders to the hips, it's all on where my toes are pointing. And this took me a second to figure out how to get her to switch from disengaging the hindquarters to moving the shoulders around. And it's very helpful when you start with that stick or that dressage whip or something, just to kind of be able to kind of reach out and say, hey, follow, kind of help you direct that nose. And I'm going to show you that real quick, just because a lot of people get hung up in that one motion. So if I'm back here and she's disengaging, her nose is already kind of coming to me. So I'm pointing the other direction, and I'm kind of staying where I'm at. And I'm going to, yeah. If I didn't have her as good as she is to it, instead of my hand, here, I'll do that again for you. Okay, so I've got her hip, kind of, there we go. Think of my hand as a stick. There we go. And I wouldn't even say that you would need to touch them. Like, even if you just had a flag on a stick, like, just batting the air over on this side, she should move around. And it may take a few tries, but you know, I think I've told most of you guys this, be awkward. I know not everybody's comfortable with a stick and string in one hand and a lead rope in another, but sooner or later, we're gonna learn how to rope. Sooner or later, we're gonna ride one-handed so that we can open gates, so that we can work a garocha pole, so we can have an adult beverage while we go trail riding. Like, let's work with both hands, because eventually that's where I would hope that we can all get to. Even if you generally ride dressage and you're two-handed, it's still nice to be able to have that ability to ride one-handed and be able to do something with that free hand. So be awkward. So if it's uncomfortable to have a stick and string in one hand and your lead rope in the other, dare to be different. Work on it. Work on it at home so that we can prepare ourselves at home, so when we leave the property, we can go in and enjoy ourselves in a safe fashion. So that is the balancing exercise that I want all of you guys to work on. Check out all the other videos that I've posted for all the little pieces and parts. Get really good with the pieces and parts, and then to challenge yourself, do the whole thing and see how much of it you can get done. And at the end of each time, give yourself a score. Okay, the right or left disengagement was 90%, the right was 75%. Like, give yourself a score out of 100, out of 10, however your brain works. Write it down in your little notebook and kind of keep a mental tab, because it may get worse before it gets better, but there will be a day where it's like, oh my gosh, this is flawless now. This is what's next. And when you get to that point and say, what's next? Give me a call. I want to see it. I want to celebrate with you. And then we can talk about how we can make your best better. So thank you guys so much for this little video series. Let me know if it helped you. And if there's anything else you guys want to see me do a video of, let me know. So I'll see you guys at the next lesson. Bye.